Hello everyone, myself Shweta Shah, Assistant Professor at LG Institute of Engineering and Technology, Computer Department. Here we are discussing subject computer organization and architecture. In this subject, we have started with unit 1, that is computer data representation and register transfer and microoperation. From this unit, in last session, we have discussed arithmetic microoperation. In this session, we are going to discuss logical microoperations. Okay, logical microoperation specifies binary operation for a string of bits stored in a register. These operations consider bits of register separately and treats them as a individual binary variables. For example, if you want to do XORing operation of two registers contained like R1 and R2, you can represent it as a R1 given R1 and XOR R2. Okay, but here we can also use any condition as we have discussed in a first session, that if your condition P is fulfilled, then and only then this transfer will take place. Otherwise, this transfer will not take place. Okay. So whenever P is 1, then the result of, or you can say content of R1 will be as a XORing of R1 and R2. Here operation is bitwise done. Here 0th bit, 1th bit, second position bit and third positions bit are XORed and result is stored at particular that bit. 0 and 0 XORing 0, 0 1 XORing 1, 1 0 XORing 1, 0 1 XORing 1 and 1 1 XORing 0. So after P is 1, the content of R1 will be 0 1 1 0. That means in logical operation, you are doing logically whichever operation you can do, like ANDing, ORing, XORing, complementing, etc. But you are doing it as a bitwise. Okay. Uh, for example, for two variables, if we consider we have two variables x and y. So for using this two variable, we can design as many as 16 functions. Like for this two variable, your output function can be 0 0 0 0, or your output function can be 0 0 0 1, 0 0 1 0, 0 0 1 1, 0 1 0 0. Any of these 16 possibilities can be possible if you do any operation with these two variables. Okay. For example, if you got output as a function f1, that means what you have done for variables x and y as a x and y, that is you have done operation of ANDing xy. Okay. If you get function as a f2, output function as a f2, then what operation you have done on two variable, that is your x into y dash, you have done x into y dash operation. Okay. Similarly, for if you consider f4 operation, then you have done what, x dash, that x is 0, that means your variable is x dash, and y is 1, that is your y. That means you have done operation of x dash y. Similarly, here total 16 operations are possible. Here all bits are 0, that means your function is 0. All outputs are 1, that means your function is 1. Okay. So this total 16 possibilities are there. Okay. For this 16 possibility, if we write functions, then this will be as we have discussed here, f is all output is 0, that means your function is 0. Here we got xy, here we got xy dash, here we got x dash y. Okay. So similarly, for all 16 operation, we get function like f0, f1, f2, f3, like this. Okay. But this is in a Boolean form. But in micro operation terms, we are using different symbols. For ORing operation, we are using this kind of symbol. For ANDing operation, we are using this kind of symbol. For complement operation, we are using bar. Okay. For XORing, we are using this symbol. Okay. So these are the different symbols we are using for a logical operation. Okay. From this table, you can see that any of operation here is done is basically combination of ANDing, ORing, XORing and complement, right? Basic logical micro operations are ending, ORing, XORing, and complement. So any of this function can be represented by that basic micro operation. Okay, so if you want to design logical micro operation circuit, so you must require that you have circuit for this basic micro operations. Okay, for example, if you want to do a circuit for ith bit, here as we have discussed, or whatever you are doing operation is bitwise, XORing bitwise, ending bitwise, ORing bitwise. Okay, so for ith bit, if we consider to design circuit for logical operation or hardware implementation, then we can design like this. It has a two selection line. Here we have used 4x1 max. Wherever, okay, 4x1 marks will have two selection line. That means your selection will be 0 0 0 1 1 0 or 1 1, and according to selection your input will be selected and that is provided into output. Okay, if your selection is 0 0, then AI and BI. Your result will be AI ending with BI, and your output will be AI and BI. That means your AND operation on ith bit will be performed. Similarly, if your selection is a 0 1, then ORing operation. If 1 1, then XORing operation. And if 1 1, then your complement or NOT operation is performed. If your system has 8 bit, then you require this kind of 8 stages, and in particular stage you will provide, or you can say in ith stage you will provide ith bit. Okay, so by this way you can implement logical circuit in hardware form. Okay, so we have question, what is use of this logical operation? Okay, let me discuss application of this logical micro operations. Okay, first, let me consider I have contained like 1010, and I want to selectively set this 2 bit, this 210, I want to set to 1. That means I want to selectively set 2 bits. So how can I do that? By just ending, by just ORing that 2 bits with 1 1, and what I want, rest of the bit should remain as it is. So for rest of the bit I have to do ORing with 0 0. Okay, so for example, I require to selectively set some bit. So for selectively setting any bit, you require to do ORing operation. And whatever bit you want to set, you have to put 1 over there. And whatever bit you want to put as it is, you have to put 0 as it is. Okay. And then do an ORing operation, your result will be setting. Okay. Here A as a 1 0 as it is, but ORing we have done with 1 1. That means 1 1 ORing 1 and 0 1 ORing 1. That means your selectively your first 2 bits are set and remaining 2 bits are as it is. Okay, so selective setting operation can be just done by just a ORing operation. Similarly, if you want to selectively complement, for example, I want to complement these two numbers. I want to complement this 1 0 number. That means in place of 1, I should get 0. In place of 0, I should get 1. How can I get this? By just XORing, right? But with what? If you do XORing of any number with 1, you will get complement of that number. Okay, that means if I complement 1 with 1, I will get 0, and if I complement 0 with 1, I get 1. Okay, so by just using exclusive OR operation, you can selectively complement numbers. Okay, that means you have to put 1 over a place where you want to complement and 0 over you don't want to change, and then just do XORing of that 2 bit patterns. That is your XOR gate. Okay, so by using this method you can do selectively complement. Okay, next, if you want to do selectively clear, okay, For example, I want to do clearing of this 2-bit. I want to clear this. I want to get result as a 0010. Okay, so how I can do? If I do ending with 00, ending with 00, okay, so here also you will get 10, in place of 10 you will get 00. Okay, so direct ending is not possible, but you have to do what? You have to complement that number. If I want to do ending of this number, I want to do selectively clear these two numbers, then I have to first select them and put them as a 1, and then have to do complement of that number. That means I will have here 0 0 1 1, and if then I will do ending, in place of 1 I will get whatever number second number is there, that means I will get 1 0, but in place of 0 0, that is complement of 1 1, I will get 0 0. Okay, so I can do selectively clear. For this you can use second method also, and that is your masking method. Okay, in masking operation, what we are doing is we are just masking this upper bit or lower bit. Okay, for that you will do what? Whenever you want to do masking, you will put 1 1 over there and do ending operation. That means your 1 will be as it is, 0 will be as it is, because you are doing ending with 1. But when, whatever you want to hide, whatever you want to put as a 0 0, that time whenever you will do ending with 0, your result will be 0 0. Okay, so by using ending you can mask any number. Okay, and last application, if you want to find out that both numbers are equal or not, if that both numbers are equal or not, you want to check that, so you can use clear operation. For that, what you have to do is just XORing of that two numbers, and if your XORing result is 0 0 0 0, that will show that your numbers are equal. Okay, this kind of comparison you can use while decision making in programming. Okay, so this kind of operation is also possible with logical number. Okay, so by using logical micro operation, we can do selectively setting, selectively complementing, selectively clear, selectively masking, and select all clear operations. Okay, for selectively setting you will just require ORing operation. Selectively complement, you just require exclusive OR operation. For selectively clear, you will use A into B bar operation, A and B bar operation. For masking operation, you will use ending operation, and for clear operation, you will use XORing. Okay, so these are the application of logical micro operation. So we are here ending our session. In next session, we will see shift